Playing solo Raptor is tough. Not being able to pick many fights you can win, being smaller than most carnivores, a very solitary life, but enjoyable to say the least. Now, if you want, let me show you how I got Prime. Spawned in as a juvenile Omniraptor. Small little guy, not dealing a lot of damage, but can do decent bleed if you can land your pounces. It's a quiet night in the swamp with the occasional sound of an AI or two. I tried giving this deer a try, but even at this rate, the deer is a challenge. I would have to stick many pounces just to put him down, stacking up bleed. So, spent the first minutes of my juvenile life fighting this deer. It would be good food. Finally putting this doe down, I was able to rest, eat, and heal my wounds. Even being a deer, it packs a punch, this little guy. After my wounds healed a bit, it was time to get a move on. Starting my adventure off with looking for patrol zones, migration, and sanctuaries. Sanctuaries are a place where juvie dinos can go for refuge from bigger threats. And if you're a herbivore, you'll find all the nutrition you need for your diet. Being a solo raptor would prove difficult. Not being able to rely on any pack members for help hunting. I would have to scavenge or stick to smaller dinos for food. I was able to find quite the bit of patrol zones. But unfortunately for me, there was no food in sight, not even AIs. The search would go on. Not giving up, I was determined I would find some sort of food. Reaching 40%, my raptor was growing speed by the minute. But my hunger was also ticking down very quickly. Reaching another patrol zone in the highlands, I was desperate for food. The low hunger now turned to starvation. With nothing in sight, I really saw no choice but to log out for the moment. Get a break, come back later in the day. Coming back from my break, the search for food resumed. Luckily for me though, I did hear some activity, so I wanted to investigate. Oh, I heard chicken. Something bigger though. Where'd that chicken go? I found it. Where'd the chicken go, man? Try bear tops. I'm gonna starve to death. Chicken. Where'd the chicken go? A Trudon. Even smaller than the Raptor. But, wielding poison, I would have to stay away from his pounce. If I could get him with my own pounce, it'd be a done deal. I would just have to catch him first. Yes. Trudon. Another Trudon joined the fight. Being smaller than the bigger one, he jumped in front of my pounce. Already being low from starvation, I had lost my life. It was a fun fight though. My next life spawned in on the beach. A fresh corpse nearby, no threats. I was able to get perfect diet. A young tyrannosaur lost its life. Maybe due to starvation or something. It was like the game was trying to apologize for having another previous life full of searching for food. And, being me, I gladly accepted. Trying to kill a Psittacosaurus near South Plains. There was a baby sanctuary nearby that I needed to collect. With the young Dibble in the distance, spamming his calls, nothing better to do than to listen to his lovely tunes. After reaching the sanctuary, I was snuggled in a bush right by the river. I was able to see a young Dibble, assuming it was the Dibble spam calling, was in a fight with young Allosauruses. Didn't know how many, but I knew the little guy was probably dead. There was also a lonely croc that was trying to snag a meal of its own. With all this in mind, I stayed away. Steering clear of the Allosauruses, I would definitely not win in a fight, even despite their young age. With running into two of them on the beach, they were distracted by food. Fortunately for me, I was able to get away. Maybe being too fast for them to catch. Running straight into a young Tyrannosaur, Unfortunately for him, he was now my snack. At his age, he was definitely not fast enough to get away from me. Reaching my second patrol zone in Highlands, I came across some tracks. I knew AI galleys can spawn in this area, so that would be lovely. I was low on hunger, and it was looking awfully familiar to my first life. Even with just being AI, the galley can still attack. A front and back kick would still do a lot of damage to my not full-grown raptor. I would have to time my pounces correctly and avoid that foot. Raptor is a slow killer, relying on its pounce to stack bleed over time. You want to keep your opponent moving, so more blood is lost. Being solo, it shows even more. Fight dragging on through the night into the morning. I would just have to be patient. Fucking finally. After using up almost all my stamina, I had to recover. But being in a semi-popular spot, I wanted to eat quickly. I knew it wouldn't be long before someone caught the scent on my fresh kill. After regaining my stamina, I wanted to top off on my hunger, so I headed back down to eat my galley, not knowing what horrors lurked down by my kill. What looked like a full-grown tyrannosaur, maybe a bit younger, stole my kill. Was definitely something I didn't want to mess with. Oh my god. Oh, I just shit my fucking pants. Making it to Delta River, there's an outpost on the hill. Perfect spot for Raptor. Can jump on the crates and the buildings. While I was waiting for Prime, I decided to stick around here, hoping for the outcome of any fellow Raptors to come strolling by. It was very peaceful. Not any activity. Unfortunately, no Raptors, but it was like my own little sanctuary. I barked and chirped away, waiting for Prime. While I was waiting for 75%, I was taking in all the calls in my nearby area. It was quite soothing, even though I had no idea if they were in a panic or not. But shortly after waiting, I hit 75%. You'll get your third mutation by this point. And shortly after, if you get another mutation, your fourth mutation, that's when you know you hit Prime. Hey, let's go, boys. I've done it. Hit Prime. Let's go. Even though it might have seemed like a boring way to get Prime, being the solo Raptor, I was proud. Hitting it with a happy screenshot. After hitting Prime, I needed some food. Set out on a mission. Maybe I would try to fight something. Being Prime would buff your stats. You have a Frail Elder, and you have a Prime Elder. The Frail Elder is the base stats you get when you're full grown. With the Prime, you go to a short period of time where you boost those stats. Now at the Delta River, I saw an Allosaurus. Not ready to risk that. I didn't believe in my abilities to take it down. Hearing a Dillo call at night, I was more willing to fight that. But looks like he was already being hunted. Seemed to be a Carno and a Tyrannosaur. Mixed packers. Definitely a no in my book. But being a solo Raptor, I had one that could just run me down and another that could just run me down. So, I decided it wasn't worth my time. On my travels, I found a deer to satisfy my hunger. Still looking for a fight, I sat next to a peaceful river. Traveling all the way to Highlands, looking for something to hunt. I was growing weary. Frantic to find something. My plan was to log out and then log back in at a later date, hoping to find something else. The time I was currently playing at, it was getting quite late. Not many players on. Unfortunately for me, when I logged out, the next time I logged back in, my Raptor was gone. The server wiped it. An unfortunate fate, but sometimes that's how life is. Can't control it, you just gotta move past it. I had fun nonetheless. I haven't played Raptor in a long time, so it was quite refreshing. I really do hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for all the love. It means the world to me. It really does. So as always, hope you guys have a good one. You deserve it.